Hi everybody, I'm Jonathan, messenger for the spirit world. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. I have a couple of young men with me, although they are developing as we speak. They they come through. It feels like a family link, although they are um, technically not related. The friends Ulrich and Christian. Right, okay. Ulrich said that his family adopted Christian as a small child, so they do look upon each other as brothers. Okay, um, they are putting this out for, well, we'll say their mother and father, because it feels family. Um, Maria and Herman. They are from Austria. Right. Okay. Um, and they passed into the world of spirit together through an avalanche. Um, okay. What happened was, is well, they are extreme, or they were extreme sports people. They like base jumping and climbing, and they said that their actual passion was skiing and thank you snowboarding. He's just telling me what he likes snowboarding. It's his favourite thing, and they were extremely good at it. Now, what happened was they were um, pursuing their sports, and something happened. And they're telling me that the Austrian army, they weren't in the forces, but the Austrian army was helping a rescue team, and they was in the area, and they volunteered to find survivors after. Right, thank you. He's telling me that an ice bridge had collapsed, and they were looking for survivors. Um, okay, yeah. Unfortunately, when they got to a certain point, because they couldn't, he's telling me that when snow gets dangerous on these cliffs and mountains, um, they explode devices to cause an avalanche to make it safe. And because there were people that were lost, they couldn't do that at this point. Right. So that's why the Austrian army was there. Okay, got you, got you. And as I said, they're developing as we speak. Um, so to help, because they said that they knew the mountains um, very well, and they were brought up on skis as children, and they thought it was the good thing to do was to help join the rescue team, which they did, and they unfortunately they got into he's telling me it was in like a not a valley, but it was in an area where there were overhangs of um, snow, and as they were going through, of course, there was an avalanche, and they're used to avalanches, so they took um, the appropriate yeah. Okay, he says they're taught certain skills to survive in avalanches, and unfortunately, they started going into what they've been taught, and unfortunately, it it right. Thank you. Okay, he's just shown me what happened. as it was collapsing, it gave way in the middle. So they didn't have time to do their drills. So what happened was the middle came out and buried them, and the top came down and compressed it. And unfortunately, they were taken into the world of spirit. But they just wanted to say that they've got no regrets, and they actually passed into the world of spirit doing something that they loved, not doing the rescue team, but in snow and in doing sports. And they found it a humanitarian act to help in the rescuing of people that were lost. He's saying that they've actually met up with 3 people that unfortunately lost their lives, of the people that they were looking for. So they actually found them in the spirit world, and but they actually got 2 more that was alive, broken bones and things like this. But he's saying they are looking away, because if they'd have gone down a crevasse, they would have never found them. But they did find them, but they were lucky that they were buried with snow, because otherwise, if they'd have gone down a crevasse, they'd have probably still been there. And okay, right, he's saying that his mother's blaming herself and the father's blaming himself. He's saying there was nothing you could do. He says we were brave, and we did do an act of bravery by helping rescue teams, and he says we're okay, and we're still on the piste and doing the skiing, but we do come round you from time to time, and you've got to live life to the max, is they're saying. And they're lovely young men, lovely energies, and they've got no regrets whatsoever, and they're still exactly they must have been like this in life, because they're like this in the spirit world. And okay, no problem. Okay, then they're pulling away now. They've said what they wanted to say, and yeah. All right. He's saying, don't get rid of my new board that I bought. They bought 2 boards, apparently snowboards, and these snowboards, not identical, but one is for one and the other is for the other, and it's like they were made for them, but with identifying their logos or whatever is on them. So he says, don't get rid of them, because they were made for us. We didn't buy them off the shelf. So nice bit of evidence there for you. Don't get rid of the snowboards, and it encapsulates who they were and what they were. And they must be lovely, because they're bringing this through. And on that note, they are pulling away now. So God bless you all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you like what I do, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.